quick introduction for myself. So my name is Alex. I'm the customer success manager here for LinkedIn Learning. So basically in my role, I partner with corporations, universities, and the government to work with them to drive adoption of LinkedIn Learning and help organizations to upscale and rescale their workforce, their students using the LinkedIn Learning platform. So really happy to be here today. So before I start, I'm going to share my screen. But before I start, I just want to do a quick check. How many of you have a LinkedIn profile? Right? If you have a LinkedIn profile, just type yes or type a 1 in the chat box. So just for me to give a sense of how familiar are you with LinkedIn. Okay, I see about, wow, okay, very good. So about more than half of you have LinkedIn. So what about LinkedIn Learning? How many of you have already used LinkedIn Learning or seen LinkedIn Learning before? Okay, a few of you. Okay, that's good. Great, awesome. So some course on this. Okay, great. Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you. It's great. So it seems like a good number of you have already seen this platform before. So that's good. Hopefully I can show you some new features today, and if you have any questions or feedback, please feel free to share them here as well. Great. So hopefully in the next 30 to 40 minutes, I'll try to share with you to help you understand what is the value of learning. Why do we need to learn? And also share some skills, trends, and insights that we are seeing on the LinkedIn platform. So as you know, LinkedIn is the world's largest professional social network, right? So we are sitting on a lot of data, and every day we use this data to help company understand their workforce better, to help them to hire better, and to connect people with opportunity. But at the same time, we also use this data to help users on our platform to learn the skills that they need to advance their career to be a better professional, right? So I'll share a little bit about the data and insights we are seeing on our platform, and hopefully that can help you with your career, with your school, right? And finally, I will end with doing a quick demo of how to use LinkedIn Learning. So what are some of the features of the platform? How do you quickly search for a course? And what are some tips and tricks to get the most out of the LinkedIn Learning platform? And I think at the end of the webinar, I think Angela will also share on how you can get access to the platform if you are interested.
Yes, absolutely. I will share with our students how to access to LinkedIn Learning through the library website.
Great, thank you. Great. So without, let's jump right into it. So LinkedIn, I mentioned, is the world's largest professional social network. And our goal is to actually create economic opportunity for every members of the global workforce. So specifically for LinkedIn Learning, how we're going to help professional is that we want to empower every one of them with the skills that they need to advance their career. So that's the mission of LinkedIn Learning. And we can realize this mission by a couple of things, because we are sitting on so much data. LinkedIn Learning as a platform is unique because we can give you really, based on your LinkedIn profile, for example, we can give you a custom curation, custom recommendation of courses, really personalized and tailored to your specific needs. So for example, you see later, if I log into LinkedIn Learning, most of the courses will be recommended to me will be based on my industries, my roles, and my personal preference, right? So it's very much like your Netflix or YouTube, right? The more you use it, the better the recommendation will be. Yeah, I mentioned familiar platforms. So you see the user interface is very similar to Netflix or YouTube. And yeah, and before we actually talk about the platform itself, right? Let's take a step back and ask ourselves, like, why do we need to keep learning? Like why is a school investing in this resource for you to learn, right? And the answer to that is, in the world today, like, we have witnessed in the last 2 years because of the pandemic that things are changing very quickly. And what do we mean by the world of work? The path to opportunity for both individual and organization is changing very fast, right? So we've seen from our research, the usability of a skills right now is less than 5 years, right? And because of this pandemic, because of what is happening around us, more than half of the employees will require significant reskilling and upskilling by this year, right? 2022, right? So you have things like virtual collaboration, new skills you need to stay productive while working from home, while studying from attending school virtually, right? So there's a lot of these new skills that we'll need to learn, and I'll share a little bit more on the trends that we are seeing in the next couple slides. But before we talk about the skills, right? So before we talk about what do we need to learn, we first need to internally fix our mindset, because the mindset affects our behavior, and it's really important that we first need to have a growth mindset, right? That growth mindset that we to appreciate, to understand that everything, no matter how young or how old you are, you can learn. You can still learn, right? You have the ability and understanding can be developed, right? So it's very important that we first have this growth mindset. And now we come to the skills part, right? So the mindset is important. So now what do we need to learn, right? So when it comes to skills, in general, we divide the skill into hard skills and soft skills. So we'll take a look at, from our research, what is the most in-demand hard skills for, well, this data is from last year, but still relevant because we are just in January 2022. And I think from what I've seen, looking at the report, talking to clients, what I've seen is across all industries and job functions, digital skills and being able to work with technology is ever more important, right? So for example, even if you are in business, you need some digital marketing skills. If you're in sales, you need to know how to do data analysis, how to understand data and present data, and do storytelling with data, right? So across all the sectors, all the different job functions, digital skills is becoming the number one or number two most important criteria. And in terms of hard skills, we talk about hard skills. So in terms of soft skills, these are the most important soft skills right now. So I think just given what happened, in the last 1 to 2 years with COVID, right, and with the change and the impact, resilience and emotional intelligence is becoming the most important soft skills we've seen, and also skills like cross-functional collaboration. I mentioned just now digital fluency and remote communication, right? Because we are working more and more work from home and have more of this hybrid work or study environment. So this we are seeing a set of new soft skills that are rising up, and this one are the most important right now. So I want to, so these are the overall two big trends that we've seen on our platform globally. So the first one being the importance of digital skills across all functions. And the second one, emotional intelligence and building the resilience. So I actually want to take a look. So these are the two major trends, right? So now we can focus a little bit on the students and how LinkedIn is helping students to be more employable globally, right? So globally, if you look at the statistics, you know, we find that students that are engaged on LinkedIn Learning, they are 39% more employable, right, versus someone that is not actively learning on our platform, right? So we're seeing that it really has LinkedIn Learning and our material and the skills that can be learned on our platform is having an impact on the students' employability, right? So I have a further breakdown here. So if we look at Asia specific, the number is even higher, right? It's more than 56% more likely to get a job, to be able to find a job than someone that is not actively learning. Yeah. So actually, so LinkedIn Learning, just a little bit on the platform. We'll dive deeper. Later on, but we actually have over 16,000 different courses on business leadership, creative and technology, right? So I'll talk a little bit about the different type of courses we have, but we have over 16,000 courses. So there's a lot of different things you can learn on the platform, and it's not just business related. We have some fun courses as well. So we have courses on music, on drawing, right? We even have courses on cryptocurrency, on NFTs, right? So there's a couple of the hip NFTs are being talked about a lot right now. So we have courses on that as well, right? Okay. Sorry, can you guys still see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thanks. Great. So then I want to highlight some of the key features of LinkedIn Learning. You know, before I dive into the demo, I just want to highlight a couple of things that's unique or special about LinkedIn Learning. So the first one is we have course recommendation from your organization. So sometimes I know companies or university, they actually upload their materials onto LinkedIn Learning, and you can watch on our platform on the platform. And I mentioned earlier, we can give you recommendation based on your LinkedIn profile. We have, and you know, we have a library of 16,000 courses, and we are continuously adding, you know, 50 to 60 new courses per week, right? So at the same time, we also retire some outdated course, but new materials are being created every week. And because LinkedIn Learning is built on this social network, you can actually follow and connect with the instructors on LinkedIn. Right, so it's actually like and you can reach out to them. It's actually a real person, right, teaching this course, right? And one of the features on LinkedIn Learning is you can learn at your own speed so you can change the playback speed, right? You can also, if you have the app, you can also make the course into an audio course, and you can download if you have the app, you can download the course and listen to it offline. We also have closed captioning. Some of the courses will have exercise file to give you some practice and help you on your learning journey. This is a pretty good, this feature here, the Q&A and the learning groups. This one I like a lot. So this is where you can actually ask in real time and get answers in real time when you're taking the course. And, we have also groups, social groups on LinkedIn. If you're interested in a similar topic, you can join the group and have discussions in there as well. So this is another piece of the social aspect of LinkedIn Learning. And I think this one will be relevant for you guys if you're looking for jobs. And all right, so you can share your learning history, any certificate. You can add it onto your LinkedIn profile and showcase it to your potential employer. Right. So without further ado, I'm going to jump into the live demo, and I'm just going to stop sharing for a second and reshare my desktop. So I'm sharing my desktop right now. Can you guys see the LinkedIn Learning homepage?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yeah. So what you're looking at here is the LinkedIn Learning homepage. This is the first page you will see when you log in onto LinkedIn Learning. So like I mentioned, the interface is really similar to your Netflix on your YouTube, right? So here you get to see a banner, right? A promotional banner that highlights some of the new courses that we have. And if you scroll down, there are tons, and if you don't know where to start, right, you can just scroll down and you can see there are tons of different tailor-made personalized recommendation for you, right? So you see here, I have topics that are specially recommended for me. And you can also tell, this is a relatively new feature. So you can actually tell LinkedIn Learning what roles you want to be in. So let's say if I want, because right now I'm a customer success manager. So let's say if you want to get into sales, or let's say software engineer, we can give you, we can tell you what are the most in-demand skills to become a software engineer, and where you can learn, and you can follow these skills, and we can recommend you courses on there, right? So let's say software development, I can click on it and be able to look at all the different courses on software development, right? Or I can actually follow the skills. So whenever I come back onto the platform, I'll have recommendation on the skills for me. So I can also, if I scroll down further, I can also look at this week's top courses. I can also because I followed some particular skills on the platform. So here, cross-functional team leadership, it will give me recommendation on this as well. And also, this is also a new features where you can actually sign up for live office hours with the instructor. So if you have any instructors that you're interested in and they're having a office hour, you can go ahead and click on it and sign up for the event, right? So it can be in the form of a Zoom call, can be in a form of LinkedIn Live, or any kind of video chat platform. So you can go ahead and attend the event. Yeah, so if you scroll down further, so we have things, categories like, just learning 30 minutes or less, right? So you'll see later as well, most of our courses are only like 45 to 1 hour in length, and each course are made up of short videos. So 3 minutes to 5 minutes video, and you don't have to finish the whole course. You can just watch that particular video, learn the skills, and apply it in your work, right? So I can also see what my connections are learning. Yeah. So yeah. So if you have, because I have some like keywords in my profile, so it's recommending me these courses. So yeah, if you just new to the platform and you don't know where to start, so I recommend you just have a scroll here, or you can tell LinkedIn Learning, what skills you like to learn, right? So I'm just going to scroll back up to the top of the page, and you can see that to help you develop a habit of learning, we also have this weekly, where you can set yourself a weekly goal. So here, usually it's 30 minutes. I think, usually I recommend doing between 30 to 60 minutes per week. So that just average out to 5 to 10 minutes per day, right? So if you're a little bit more ambitious, or if there's like a specific topic you like to learn and want to spend more time, you can aim higher and do 2 hours, like 120 minutes. So you can set yourself a target here as well. And also I want to show you a couple of things on where to search for a course. So you've probably seen this search bar here. So this is where, you can search directly for any topics you like to learn. So let's say you have an upcoming interview and you want to help you prepare yourself for the interview, right? So you can just type in interview prep, interview preparation, and you'll see all the courses that are, under interview preparation, right? So you can see there are 450 courses. You can use the filter on top to further narrow it down. So LinkedIn Learning actually comes in 7 different languages. So we have English, we have simplified Chinese as well, Spanish, German, so 7 different language. You can filter by levels as well, or if you don't have too much time, you can filter by time as well, right? So you can leverage the filter to search for course, and you can search by keywords. Or alternatively, what you can do is you can actually browse our full library. So remember I said we have 16,000 courses. It's actually divided into 3 main libraries. So we have the business library, where we have all the business related classes, course. So things like finance, accounting, things like career development, leadership, marketing, sales, anything business related, you can find it here. And there are like smaller subcategories. And we also have the creative library, right? So this is where anything design or arts related will be in this library. So you have things like audios and music, photography, web design. So you can all learn it here, right? And you have the technology library as well. So technology library, this is where you can learn your technical skills. So IT, programming language, data science will be in this library. Right. We also have this. You see this green. I'm using a demo account, so this is the company logo. But in your case, will be HKBU. So if you click on here, you can see content that are uploaded by your school or company by your school as well. And you can also, there's also this tab that says certification. So what this is actually LinkedIn Learning. We partner with a bunch of different organizations that to come up with a PEP course, and you can actually take LinkedIn Learning classes to help you prepare for these certifications, right? Or count your hour towards this certification. So here you can see a full list of certification preparation programs that we have. So we have AWS, we have, I believe we have Google as well, right? If you are into financing, there are some, I think CFA prep course here as well, right? So you can see all the different certification available. Right. So just to recap, yeah, 16,000 courses in 3 main library: business, creative, technology. Right. So I'm going to go back to the home page, and I'm going to click on. So another features I want to highlight is actually My Learning. So if you click on this tab here, this is kind of where you can manage all your learning, right? So you can look at courses you have that you are currently in progress, courses that you have saved, collections that you have made. So collection is kind of like a playlist. So you can put the course according to different topics. You can look at courses from your school. You can look at learning history. And most importantly, and this is where I want to highlight, is the skills tab, right? So this is where you can tell LinkedIn Learning directly what you want to learn, right? So you can search for different skills here and just put in the keywords, right? So that's a quick overview of LinkedIn Learning's homepage. Oh, also you can change the different language. So right now I'm in the English language. That means I have access to the English library. I can also go back, pick a different language and access, for example, the Chinese library. All right, I'm going to go back to English. Yeah, so that's a quick overview of the LinkedIn homepage. So next, I want to go into a specific course and highlight some of the features. So so I'm just going to ask the audience here, is there a particular course or particular keyword you want me to search? So anything can be like Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, NFT, or can be on leadership marketing. Any keyword you want me to search on here for the demo?
Hello, students and faculty members. Do you have any keywords or any particular areas that you would like to try out from Alex?
Okay.
Oh, Python.
Okay, Python. Oh, thank you, Chris. That's a good one. So we actually have a lot of courses on Python, right? Oops, sorry. Python. So you can see we actually have more than 10,000 courses on Python, right? So I need to narrow it down, right? So the first thing I begin with is on, I probably use a level, and also it depends on what type of courses you want to learn, right? So you can either to pick the full course, which is about 1 hour, 145 minutes to an hour. So about an hour. Or actually, I don't have that much time, right? I just want to watch a quick video and move on, right? Maybe I just want to learn, what is Python. So I just watch a quick video. So it's about, 5 minutes, right? Or if I want to be a software engineer, right? I want to be, to learn how to use Python, like to be an expert, right? So I can pick what is learning paths. So learning paths are a makeup of different courses, right? So a makeup of different courses, and it's meant for you to finish over a period of weeks or months for you to develop that skills, right? So for example, if I look at this learning path, Master Python for, I can go back to, I see someone Python scroller. Okay. So I think I see a course on there. Web scraping. You know what? I just gonna pick this one, becoming a Python developer, right? So you can see that actually this course has over, has over 14 courses and is over, 29 hours of materials, right? So it's meant for you to go step by course by course to develop your skills, right? So going from an introduction all the way to advanced Python, right? And once you're finished, you can actually add this certificate onto your onto your LinkedIn profile. So I'm just going to go back and instead of a learning path. So think about video is just something quick and easy. Course if you want to have a basic understanding, and learning path if you want to have a very, very deep understanding and actually become sort of an expert in the topic, right? You pick learning path. So I'm going to go back and I'm just going to start with a course. And I just want to do a beginner level course, right? So I've narrowed down the result to about 66 courses. So I can either use the one that is best match, or I can pick the one that's most popular or the one that is newest. So I'll just pick the one that is most popular, right? I sort it by being the most popular. So I'll pick on this one, this Python Essential Training. So I'm just going to click on the course. Right. So you can see here on the left-hand side, this is navigation panel. So you can see each course is actually made up of short videos, right? So actually I actually don't need to complete this whole course. I can just take a look here to see which videos I'm interested in. Maybe I just need to learn that one function on Python. So for example, on conditionals, I just need to watch this one videos and be able to move on, right? So highly recommend to use this navigation panel. And that's one thing that we emphasize on LinkedIn Learning is to what we call micro learning. So learning in bite size. Right. So if we go back here, there are a couple of features. So, you can you can save it later, you can share the course. And also here you can adjust the speed, right? There's also where you can do closed captioning. And if you scroll down a little bit, you can actually see who's the instructor, right? So I can actually follow him on LinkedIn or look at his LinkedIn profile, right? So show LinkedIn profile. So I can actually, see what is who is this person, what is his experience, right? And I can follow him. I can message him on LinkedIn.
Conditional statement.
And here you can also see what I mentioned earlier on the learning groups. So these are groups, Python study groups. This is one group I can join on LinkedIn. This is where everyone interested in Python, you can join and connect with people. And there are some exercise files, right? So these are exercise kind of like practice where you can do on your own, or you can use this to follow through in the course. So it also talk about what are the learning objectives, what skills you can learn. So this is the overview tab, and there's also the Q&A function that I talk about. So if you have if you have a LinkedIn profile and you have connected with LinkedIn Learning, you can use the Q&A function. So this is where you can actually ask questions and you can see the instructor actually replying to you. So this is also what differentiate LinkedIn Learning from other online platforms where it's we are actually a lot more interactive and about two-way communication instead of compared to other platforms, right? So you also have the notebook. So this is where, you know, if you are taking the course, you can take notes in here as well. And what is good about this is that you can actually, the notes are timestamped. So whenever you come back, it will link back to the time and the video where you took the notes, and you can see, just kind of remind yourself like why you took this note, right? You have the transcript as well. So if, you know, different people learn differently. So some people prefer watching a video, some people prefer reading, right? So we have the transcript where you can watch and learn along at the same time. Yep. So this is, yeah, so that's the end of my live demo. So this is how, you know, we show you a little bit on the overview of the homepage, what are some of the features, how to search for a course, and what are some of the features of the course, the video player, right? So that's a quick overview of LinkedIn Learning. So I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint presentation and just share, just to end with a few tips on how to get the most out of LinkedIn Learning, right? So just going to share some quick tips with you on how to actually be successful with learning, not just with LinkedIn Learning, but with any type of learning or self-improvement, right? I think it works best if you can tie learning into your career goals, your career path. So I think this is super relevant for people here today. And also you need to know what is your learning style, right? So, and adjust your preference to it, right? So do you prefer to sit down and just watch for an hour? Or do you prefer to have micro bite-sized learning? Do you prefer watching, or do you prefer reading, right? So you need to find out your learning style, and also to make learning fun and social, right? So any new things you have learned, share it on the platform, share it with your connections. And the fourth one, this is really, I found is really important for me. This is, yeah, this is something that helps me a lot, is to actually schedule time to learn, right? Because, you know, we are so busy with our day-to-day that if we don't block the time, if I don't block the time to learn, then it will never happen, right? So schedule time to learn. And also you can learn on the go as well. So if you have the learning apps, right, you can watch some videos or just listen to some podcasts while you're on the train, or on the NPR, or on the bus, right, whatever. And I think the sixth one is also, this last one is important because you also need to recognize and appreciate and reward yourself, you know, give yourself a pat on the back that you actually took the time and the effort to learn and to improve yourself. Yep, so that's the end of my presentation today. I hope you guys find it helpful, and I'll just open up the floor right now for any Q&A, or if there's any, Angela, if you have anything to add, you can.
Thank you very much for your sharing, Alex, and which is very useful. And I think I tried out this platform previously and found that it is easy to follow when I set the learning path. And let me share my screen about LinkedIn Learning here. So actually, this is my LinkedIn Learning account, and as just shared by Alex, when I log into my account, I can see how do I set my weekly goal, and then what are the in progress. And I can even link up the certificates under my LinkedIn profile. Alex, could you share with us or do some demonstration to us how to link up the certificates under LinkedIn profile if a student is complete an online course on the LinkedIn Learning?
Yeah, sure. I can do that. So let me share my screen again. So maybe let me just see if I can take a look at one of my one of the courses I have taken before. So for example, let's say I've taken this course, Change Management Foundations. So if I click back into it, I can actually, if I click under certificates here, I can actually add this. You see there's a LinkedIn Learning certificate. I can actually add it on my profile, right? So I can choose to add this on my profile, or I can download the PDF for my record. Right? So, but the thing is, you have to complete the course first, and then you can come back and add it onto your profile. So you can do it directly from this My Learning tab as well, this Learning History tab. So if I click on this three dot icon here, I can just click Add to Profile, right? And it will be it'll be visible to my connection. So if I go back to my profile, you can see that I have added a couple, right? These are the different courses I've added onto LinkedIn. Different courses I've done on LinkedIn Learning and added to my profile. So one advice here is to think about, in terms of the jobs you want to apply to, or think about your career path, and make sure you're adding only the relevant courses. Because you could be taking, like I have taken so many courses, but I don't add every single one of them on my profile. Otherwise, it would be just very messy. But so I only add the ones that are relevant to my job or relevant to the job that I want to apply to. Right?
Thank you, Alex. And we just received a question from one of our attendees today regarding live events with professionals. Is there any option for auto notification of new events ahead?
No, that's a good question. That's a good question. So right now there is no auto notifications, but if you do sign up for an event, you will receive reminder notification. And also from the LinkedIn Learning system, we send you, because we don't want to send you too many spam, so we send you, once a month, like what is the latest course, any course recommendation. So that's how you stay update on that.
We have another question from Wallace. Can HKBU students and staff access to the certificate and personal learning history, even though they have already graduated and living from the university? Because right now, HKBU Library has the subscription. So once a student is graduate, can he or she also have access to the certificate already linked to their profile?
Yeah, absolutely. So I can answer that. So from the staff point of view, so if you are the HKBU staff, you have access to the record up to 1 year, right? So you can look up student learning record certificate up to now to 1 year back, right? So it will be in your system. And from the student point of view, so if they have connected LinkedIn Learning with their LinkedIn profile and have added those certificate or record on their profile, of course they can have access. They will have access to those record. But if they don't, then after they leave BU, where they won't have access to LinkedIn Learning anymore, they won't be able to see the records.
So it's better or recommended for them to download the certificates before they listen,
yes,
right?
yeah, it's recommended you download it or you just have a LinkedIn profile and connect your profile so you can keep the record forever.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much.
This is the left-hand side.
There's no way to embed video. Question, it seems there's no way to embed video to the learning management system like Moodle. Any advice if lecturer want to use the platform material in their courses? So yeah, Wallace, I can actually take this with you offline. So we do integration with Moodle, and there is actually right now there's a way to embed some videos. I can show you very quickly. So let's say going back to the change management. So right now for the embedding, you can only do it for individual videos and not the full course, right? So if you click on, let's say I'm doing this video, how do people process change? And I click on this share icon on the top right. There's this embed video, but there is a limit to how many video you can embed every month. And you can, like I said, you can only do individual videos and not the full course, right? But to actually, but we actually do integration with Moodle, and we can take that offline if you so choose the option. Yeah.
Another question?
Great. No, this is a good question, guys. Thanks so much for your questions. It's good. So LinkedIn prompt me to join the premium account frequently. Is there any difference or add-on in LinkedIn Learning if I have joined as premium or add-on in LinkedIn Learning if I have joined as premium? So I assume, Sarah, your question is that you are already a premium member. So you're asking, is there any difference between the LinkedIn Learning on premium versus LinkedIn Learning from HKBU, right? So there's, in terms of platform, in terms of the content and the functions, there is no difference. But if you are using the HKBU LinkedIn Learning, you will be able to see recommendation from the school, right? So if you have any recommendation from your professor or someone from the school, you can see it in the LinkedIn. You can see in the BU LinkedIn Learning platform, but not your personal premium LinkedIn. Yeah. And you can actually, if you have, yeah, and also, you know, provided the school is providing LinkedIn Learning to you for free. So question, maybe Angela, you can take this.
When a student lose the access, actually for the HKBU library, e-resources is only eligible for those current students. And for some of the e-resources, if a graduate student apply for the graduate service package, they may be able to access for those e-resources after graduation if they apply for that graduation package. And let me show you to see where the LinkedIn Learning is included in our package, but actually I think maybe not. Let me see. Under the services, there is a column for the graduate service package. And if a student is graduate from HKBU, and he or she can be applied for this one and be reminded that the coverage of e-resources under the graduation package is more limited than that of current student and staff. And here, students can find a whole list for the e-resources that they can use if they are applied for this package. And for LinkedIn Learning, let me see. It is not included in this package. So I'm sorry that right now, LinkedIn Learning is just eligible for the current HKBU student and current faculty members and staff. I hope this is clear. And go back to how to access LinkedIn Learning from HKBU library. If you go to the library homepage and then go to databases, you can just type in LinkedIn Learning or go to the A to Z list, click on L and scroll down to find these e-resources. And you will see actually for LinkedIn Learning, HKBU users has a limited account available for our school student and also faculty members. But right now, I just checked the number of accounts with my colleagues last month. There's still plenty of rooms for our users to join these e-resources. And if you are studying in mainland China, students and also faculty members and staff can also make use of VPN access and then get to use these resources from mainland China. So if you have already applied VPN from the ITO, you'll be able to access LinkedIn Learning in the mainland China. And just click on here, this link, and then after the single sign-in process, and you'll be able to access to the e-resources through the library website. My recommendation is go to it through the library website instead of just type in LinkedIn Learning or through your LinkedIn profile individually. So as you can see here, this is my account, and I have my learning history, just some basic course as a beginner stage, how to use LinkedIn Learning, how to teach it online, etc. So similar to the sharing from Alex, and I can also download the subject case if I want and add it to my LinkedIn profile. This is just my sharing. Go back to our learning event. Here is a missing slide that I didn't share with you at the beginning of our session today. That is, if a student complete the session for today and also join our post-event quiz, which is already available online, you will have a chance to get one of the prize from our draw. As you can see from this poster, we have 2 Apple Watch, 1 Apple Watch Series 7, 1 Apple Watch SE, and 3 AirPods, and another Amazon Fire Reader. That's it, what I want to share with our users today and also the attendees today. So don't miss the chance to join our draw. And this is what I want to share. Any other questions, student and library staff and HKBU staff about LinkedIn Learning? I tried this platform before and found this is very direct and very easy to use. And I learned a lot through the different categories, even though some other relaxing categories like mindfulness and some other job-related skills that I can use. So, which is a platform provide a variety of different skills related to job or even related to yourself. We received another question, Alex.
Yeah. So the question is, who can upload the training content? How to make sure they are authorized person to teach? So within LinkedIn Learning, we have different admin rights. So if you are one of the admins, you will be able to authorize to upload the content. So, and of course, you have control over who's the admins, right? So.
We have a question about the slides can be shared with us, and yes, and we have asked the permission from Alex, and for those presentation and also the recording, and once we got the permission from our speakers, and then they will be shared on the e-resources discovery library guides, and later on we will upload the presentation on this guide. So as I have already shared the URL on the chat box, let me share it again. So once the event is finished, we will share the presentation together with some of the recording, the selected recording of our online workshop to this library guide. And students and also faculty members can review these materials and resources if you have plenty of time. Yeah, it will be online access available.
Yep. Okay, we have one more question here from Kali. So for every course, if we want to get the certificate of the course, we have to finish all the video quiz, cannot skip any videos, even though some videos are showing skills we already know. So yes, to answer the question is yes, you have to finish all the videos. I believe some of the quiz are optional. But you do have to finish watching all the videos. Great. And we're at time. So.
Yeah. Thank you for your answer, Alex. I think our colleagues quite satisfactory with your answer. And thank you very much for your sharing and the demonstration, which is very easy to follow. Thank you.
Great, awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time to join the session today, and hope you find the platform helpful and a happy learning. And wish you all the best and a happy Chinese New Year.